Hey guys, in today's video we are going to talk about why do foreigners just keep sending and sending money to Filipinas without ever having to meet them or even just chatting for a very little amount of time. You know, you've seen the headlines, you've seen the forums, and maybe you even know someone who's doing it. But why do so many foreigners send money to Filipinas, often without ever meeting them? Let's talk about what's really going on beneath the surface. Stick around. So is it romantic hope or delusion? You know, I think the majority of men are just lonely, divorced, or jaded with dating back home. And again, I've said this so many times, they just can't believe they're getting the attention from a girl maybe half his age, beautiful Filipina. And they just want to come sweeping in and be the knight in shining armor. Yeah, I see it so often. And so many guys tell me, well, you know, Gio, I know you say don't do it, but I'm only sending her this amount. I'm only sending her $500 a month, you know, and she's a good girl. And I'll say, have you ever met her? Well, not yet, but we video chat every day, and, you know, I hear it always. And, you know, some of you, it's going to work out fine, and that's fantastic. I hope it does. But for a lot of you, it won't, and you're going to end up wasting a bunch of money and being scammed. And Filipinas often seem more traditional, feminine, and emotionally available than the counterparts in the West. And I think that also has something to do with it because people just aren't used to that. And a lot of times the relationship online quickly becomes serious. They even start dropping the I love you bombs even online without ever meeting. Everybody probably knows, if you've chatted to girls online, you know that this happens. And it's not long after that usually financial help is requested. And cultural and economic reality. The average income in the Philippines is low, usually around 15,000 pesos, which is, I don't know, at today's exchange rate, less than 300 US dollars. And support from a foreign boyfriend can mean a huge difference, right? And Filipinos may not even see it as manipulation. Sometimes it's just seen as care or partnership. They don't even see, they don't look at it like, oh, I'm taking advantage of him. They don't look at it that way, a lot of them. And, you know, some of the common scenarios that you're going to hear most often are, my mom is sick. My relatives, my dad is sick, my aunt, I'm in the hospital. I lost my job. I can't pay my rent. I don't have any food. I need help with school, rent, food. Are they all scams? No, but some are, absolutely. The problem is you just don't know which ones are. It is hard to determine, okay, is she telling the truth? Is it true? Is it not true? I also see the broke phone thing a lot. They'll send a picture of a broke phone, and then they'll say something, oh, I'm using my cousin's phone, but I got to give it back, so I'm not going to be able to talk to you as much. They're trying to make you feel guilty, like, oh, if you really want to talk to me, you'll give me a new phone. So why do foreigners keep sending money? That's the question, right? And I think a lot of it is an emotional investment. You know, like a lot of expats will say, well, you know, I've already sent her $500. What's 200 more? You know, and that's kind of their line of thinking. They're just like, well, you know, it's only $200. But that all adds up over time. And it just, sometimes it becomes more and more frequent. And, you know, yeah, you just have to be careful with that. And a lot of times it's just the hope of her saying, oh, you know, we'll be together soon. It'll be soon. We'll be together. And, of course, the guilt trip and pressure, you know, she cries when you say no. Maybe she gives you tampo and ignores you all day. Even online, she can not answer your messages and do kind of the manipulation thing. And so when is it genuine? And, you know, a lot of long distance relationships I hear about all the time. Guys have met their girls online and they've done LDR, and a lot of them are built on trust. Now, if you're helping someone that you've met, visited, and plan to build a future with, then context matters, you know, because you've already met her. You've got to meet her in person. Maybe you've met her family. You see how she lives. You know for sure whether she has a job or not. Does she have a phone? You can get a feel of all these things. Is she very clingy and touchy-feely with you? Does she want to introduce you to everyone? Does she want to post your photos on social media like she's proud of you? These are all big things as well. You know, guys, I have to tell you that living in the Philippines has been an amazing experience. The culture, the people, the beauty. But if you're like me, finding a meaningful connection is not always easy. That's why I recommend Christian Filipina. It's not just another dating site. It's a dating service. It's a trusted platform where serious, faith-focused people meet for real relationships. Thousands of happy couples have met through the site. So whether you're looking for friendship, courtship, or marriage, this is where it starts, with shared values and sincerity. So if you're ready to meet someone genuine, someone who shares your faith or even not, check out Christian Filipina. There is a link in the description. I highly recommend it. It might be the best choice that you've made. All right, so what are some red flags to watch out for? These always vary. They're usually across the board pretty similar for most people. She never turns on her camera. You have to do video calls. If she's not willing, me personally, I'm okay with sending load so she has data. You can do it in a way so you buy her load directly and you're not actually sending her money. You're buying her load and then you can video chat. If she truly doesn't have the money, then she'll be okay with this. It's always a crisis. Every time you talk to her, it's something. A relative's sick, I lost my job, my phone broke, I don't have the rent money, something is going on. Always some kind of drama. And you're sending money without ever meeting in person. This is such a huge mistake. Immediately your relationship's already built on money. It's already, okay, I'm sending you money. Basically, it's almost like buying your relationship. And if your relationship, before you've even met, is already centered around the money and what you can give her, you're often doomed. And it's, what if the money stops, then what? She still want to be with you? I don't know. And another one is she avoids future plans, but always asks for support. If she doesn't talk about, hey, when you get here, when can you get here? Hey, when you get here, let's do this, let's do that. I want to introduce you to my family. I want to do this. If there's no future plans and she's just, did you eat? Did you sleep? Good morning. How are you today? How was work? What did you eat today? Just basic nonsense. That should be a red flag too. That means she's probably talking to 100 guys and she's asking everyone the same basic questions. And especially if she doesn't remember what you talked about, perhaps. So in conclusion, and advice that I would give, supporting somebody that you care, it isn't wrong, but make sure it's love and not just transactional. Visit the Philippines, meet her family, take your time and be clear immediately upfront about boundaries. It's very important to set the boundaries upfront immediately. Real love does not start by opening up your wallet. I can promise you that. So guys, for more tips on visiting the Philippines or meeting sincere women, visit geointhephilippines.com and check out Christian Filipina. All the links are down in the description. It's a dating service that's focused on real and lasting relationships. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Ciao. Got me wishing